Okay, so don't, Mr. Jones, where is everybody? How come they're not having class today? There will be somebody who'll forget, almost guaranteed. Just because it's so weird without being at school. You know, you guys are at home, you're at school in a certain sense. All right. So this is the next lesson here. Let me print something here from hold on a second. All right, there we go. Print. All right, so can you guys hear me okay?
Perfect.
Yeah. Yes.
I probably help if I turn my volume up a little bit. All right, so lesson 131. This is going to be similar to what we had yesterday. Not yesterday, day before yesterday, I guess. I'm going to. Okay, I just know. See, you found the information. That's good. We're just getting ready to start with math. So if you want to get your lesson 131 out. Okay. Ella, the only homework you would have, anything that is due. And I think you have many assignments that you probably haven't done yet. So, but there is nothing that we're assigning for Monday itself. No, there's not. It's not going to be a regular school day at all. If that's what you're asking, right? Hey, David.
So we're not gonna have any assignments on Monday?
Monday is going to be just like it's a weekend.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Elijah. Oh, you're just cheering now. Okay, Yuri.
Do we still have to go and pick up the stuff at Monday?
No, on Tuesday. Okay. Tejas.
I can't see you.
Oh. Somehow my video didn't start. You really want to see me, in all honesty? How's that?
Better.
I should have put some kind of picture. Like I had this, I could have put up there. This is what we did for art for 6th grade last time. All right, so let's go back to lesson 131 then. I'm going to share the screen here. And wait till it comes up, actually. Slow. All right, there we go. So let's see. All right. So on this particular one, this is another step in the type of lessons we were already doing with the what do you call it? The decimals, when you're multiplying or dividing a decimal number. And so we've already done it where you have to add a 0 if it doesn't divide into anything or if it doesn't go into a number. So now we're going to do a different type. And so this one, 0, let's see if I can do it, 0.6, and that's divided by 5, all right, according to what this says. My pen will work for a moment. It's running out of battery, but all right. So if we rewrite that, then it's going to be 0.6 divided by 5 this way. And erase all that. All right, so now, so that 0.5 or that 0.6 divided by 5. So you have the decimal goes up just like you, oops, messed up there. So the decimal goes above it like you would normally do, okay? And then 5 does not go into 0. So you bring it down, it goes into 6 now. So it goes into 6 one time. Now remember, with decimals, there are no remainders. So what do you have to do? Well, after that 6, there are any number of zeros you want to and need to add. And so we'll bring down another 0 then, and then 5 goes into 10 twice. Okay, and so now you're done because 2 times 5 is 10, and you end up with, when you end up with 0 when you subtract, then you know you're done. All right, so but you see what we did, it didn't start out with 0.60, it started out with 0.6. The answer is 0.12. All right, so any questions about that? Yes, no? I can't see everybody here for the moment. I'm trying to stretch it out. So we're all good. It looks like we're missing, it might be just my screen's not big enough yet. There we go. Okay, yeah. All right. So what do you think, Giselle? Is that pretty explanatory? Are you going to teach your dog math too? No? Okay. I mean, some dogs are pretty smart, so he's cute. What's his name or her name? You have to turn your microphone on.
Max.
Max, okay. I guess it's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and look at that second one now. And I'll have you guys help me out as I'm doing it. So have your microphones on so you can tell me the things that I need to know while we're doing this. All right, so I'm going to have 0.3 divided by 4. All right, so what's the first thing I do?
0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason it won't write anymore.
Maybe it's high up.
Okay, go ahead. So what's the first thing I do? Go ahead.
Put a
Giselle.
0.
Put the decimal.
That's right. Put the decimal above. Good job. All right. So now I put 4 into 0. How many times does it go?
0.
Okay. Now 4 into 3. How many times does it go?
0.
Go 0 again. So now I add a 0. How many times does 4 go into 3?
7.
7 times. Okay. So then 7 times 4 is 28. I have a remainder of 2. So I can't have a remainder with a decimal. So I've got to bring another 0 down. And then that's 20. So how many times does 4 go into 20?
5.
Okay. So there's my answer, 0.075. And you can see how eventually it got to where 5 times 4 is 20, and I have no remainder at the bottom there. Okay. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys ready to try one on your own? All right. Here we go.
4. I don't want.
Who wrote that 8 on there? I can't get rid of it.
Oh.
Not sure why. Can't get rid of the numbers I had written there either. That's weird. Let's see if I can get rid of it with my eraser here. There we go. All right, so going back then. Okay. All right, so we'll go to this one right here. So go ahead and give me your answer for. All right, so there you go. 1.4 divided by 8. Just so I had to mute you because it was making noise. So Just FYI.
Sure does.
Who is that? Nathan? Incorrect, Nathan. Yes, David.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. You gave me a message. Okay. Whoa, no. And no, Alina.
Oh,
What'd you do? Backwards?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Multiplied it.
That won't work backwards.
Hmm.
I mean, it'll work. It just won't get the right answer. Correct, Yuri. Well done.
Oh.
Correct. Not correct, Tejas. Sorry, not correct. Marcella, are these your favorite type of problems now that you know how to do it? Becoming that way, aren't they? All right, so let's see. Somebody else gave me an answer. No, Mr. David, that is not correct. I'm not sure how you got those zeros between. That is correct. How did you get the zeros between, though?
I thought it was an extra one when you added the 0.
No, you don't. You just do it just like you would normally do. Multiply, subtract, and then do the next number. And so, so who am I missing here? Somebody just showed me theirs, and I can't remember who it was. Nope, that's incorrect, Tejas. Again. Okay, let me see, Elizabeth, a little closer. Nope, that's not correct. That's not correct. That's not correct, Elijah. Oh, I'm glad I tried this one. I thought most of you had it down. All right, so let's see, more messages. No, that's not right, Alina. That's correct, Elizabeth. Now you got it. Still working on it. No, Elijah, that's not correct either. Uh-oh. Lost my place here. Hold on. Somebody send me a chat. Hold on, I'll be right to it in a minute. Possibly. There we go. All right, so yes, that's right, Alina now. Giselle, nope, that's not correct. That's not correct, Tejas. Still giving the same. You're doing it backwards, Tejas. Oh, no, that's right. Do you have 1.4 divided by 8?
1.4 divided by 8.
All right, let me show you guys how this is supposed to be. Some of you are struggling with this. I think you're just struggling with your math, not the process. All right, so my pen went out of power. Okay. So this is how it works. You have your 1.4 here. Come on. All right, your 1.4, you put the decimal right above. 8 does not go into 1, so you put a 0 there. 8 goes into 14 one time. 1 times 8 is 8. Okay, that gives you a difference of 6. Okay, and then you bring down a 0. That's 60. 8 goes into 60 7 times. 7 times 8, 56. Subtract, bring down 4, at least 4. And then you bring down another 0, makes it 40. 8 goes into 40 5 times exactly. So what were you guys doing that weren't getting the right answer? What was it you were doing that you messed up on? Okay, just what did you do wrong? Because a couple of you had 0.03, and I'm not sure how you got that.
I was doing like 8 divided by 1, but then I added a 0 there, and then I put 0, then a 1.
Okay, wait a minute. You said 8 divided by 1?
No, 8 divided by 10, I mean. Because I added a 0.
But it's not 8 divided by 10. It's 1 divided by 8. You're dividing by 8. Is that what you meant, but that's not what you're saying?
I just don't know.
Well, all right, look. So let me show you. So the 1 here that you have, you can get it there. That 1 right there, that's the first number you try. It doesn't go into it, so you put the 0 up. Then you just add the next number. You don't add a 0. There's no 0 there. You can't just put a number in between, because then it changes what the number is, okay? So then you make it 14 altogether. Or if you want to go step by step, 0 times 8 is 0. Then you subtract 1 minus 0 is 1, and then you bring down the 4, okay? So you don't add a 0 in between. Is that what you were doing at first, David?
Mhm.
You were adding a 0 every time?
What I did, I multiplied it by 4, and then the next time I added a 0.
I have no idea what you mean.
I chose the single number, and then the next time I added the 0.
Got you. Instead of putting the 1 with it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's try one more, because I want to make sure that you guys have this down pretty clearly. Come on. Some of these won't erase, so I'll use my eraser up here. Oh, here comes Angelica back. She must have gotten kicked off accidentally. All right, so let's try this again. Uh, 0.1 divided by 2. Actually, you know what? Don't do that one. Don't do that one. I'm gonna do something different. All right, there you go. I know that sort of looks like a question mark underneath. It's not. It's just a dot. I'm using my fingernails and it's not working very well. That is correct, Yuri. Good job. That is correct. Tejas? All right, let me see, guys.
Mr. Jones.
Hold on. Alina, that's correct. Mr. Platypus, that is not correct. Angelica, that is correct. I think you need to check your second number there, David. I think you just did the wrong number. Yes, Giselle.
Mr. Jones.
Giselle.
I don't see the book.
Giselle. You have to be.
What?
I can't. You're so loud. It's hard to hear you. So just hold on. I'll answer you. So what's the problem?
I I don't see the whiteboard.
Okay, it's 0.6 divided by 4.
Okay.
You got it now, Perry.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how about you? Good job, Elizabeth. And got, yep, okay. Yes, Nathan.
I have a hard time figuring it out.
Okay, Elijah, you're correct. I'll show you again then. What are you, who erased mine? Oh, I probably did that accidentally myself.
Like adding the zeros, I don't know where to.
Well, you can only add the 0 at the end of the number. You can't put them in the middle. Okay, so you start off 0.6 divided by 4, right? Who keeps messing with my board? I'm gonna hurt you. Anyway, so you can only add the 0 after the 6. You can't add them before because they're not numbers there. If you added it after the first 0, then you would change 6/10 to 6/100, and that's not the same number. Okay? So, but 60/100 is the same as 6/10, right? Because if you took 60 over 100, right? All you have to do is cross the zeros in the end. You see it's 6/10. It's still the same number. You're just showing it a little differently. All right, so you take your 6.0. Where's my pen? So you make it like this. It's going to be divided by sort of like this. Oops. Just draw a line. All right, so it's going to be, 4 here. So 4 divided by, or 0.6 divided by 4. 4 goes into 0. Put your decimal up there first. 4 goes into 0 how many times?
0.
That's right, so 0 for that. All right, then 4 goes into 6.
1.
1. 1 times 4 is 4. I don't know who wrote that stuff underneath, but, oh, I did. Let me erase that. All right, so you subtract then, and you get what? 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that now you can add a 0 because it's at the end of the number. Then you bring your 0 down. And
Oh
you
yeah, that's what I didn't do. That's what.
bring the 0 down. Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
That's not correct, Schlock. How'd you get 2 for the first one? That's correct, Nathan. Oh, somebody needs to get spanked.
I think it's David.
Who?
David.
Davis? Yeah, it might be.
David. No.
Oh, David? It might be too.
David.
David knows I won't be able to reach him in about 3 weeks. When he moves to Kentucky. He's gonna pick up a Kentucky accent like this, and he'll be talking like that. All have a hard time understanding people there.
Where are you moving to?
He's moving to Kentucky. He's gonna live in the Ark. He's actually not far. He's not gonna be far from the Ark at all.
That was Art.
Yeah, the one that they built. You know the
Oh,
Genesis.
I thought you meant the real one. I'm like, what? I don't know.
No, we don't know where the real one is. They assume it might be in Turkey, in Mount Ararat, but they don't know for sure. All right. Any other thoughts, questions? Are we all good? You got this, Ella? Are you good?
I did have a question on it, just like it got me out of the call.
Okay, go ahead. You said you have a question?
Well, like for the first one, I didn't really get.
The first one that we did as a practice, do you remember which one it was? I forget now.
8 divided by 1.4, I think.
All right. Let me get rid of all this stuff here. Eventually, it's going to all be gone. There we go. All right. So you said 8 divided by. No, you mean 1.4 divided by 8?
Yeah.
Okay. You've got to make sure you say it correctly. All right. You don't, when you have it in a box like this, in a division box, don't say it from this number first divided by this number. That's not the way it works. So you got to say 1.4, which is the number in the box, divided by the number outside the box, because that's where your divisor is.
Okay.
All right. So on this, then, we know that we put the decimal up there first. Okay. Then we go 8 goes into 1, 0 times. Okay. If we're going to do it like we would normally do division, 0 times 8 is 0. Subtract, we get 1. Bring the next number down, 4. So you have 14 now. So 8 goes into 14 one time. 1 times 8. Subtract, you get 6 left over. Okay, that makes it, then you bring a 0 down to make it 60. Okay, you can add a 0 at the end of the number. It's the only place you can add a 0 though. Okay, so you can keep adding zeros if you need to, which we will in this one. So 8 times 7 now, 7 times 8 is 56, and I don't have room here. I didn't leave myself room, but we'll make it. Let's see if I can do it that way. No, it won't work. Okay, so 8 times 7 is 56, so 60. 60 minus 56 is equal to 4, right? So I bring another 0 down, and then 8 goes into 40 5 times. So you keep adding zeros until when you multiply your divisor by your the number that you put in the quotient, that it comes out to 0 as your answer. When you get to 0 as your answer, you're done. Did that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Get knocked out here. All right, so I'll stop that then. And some people seem that everybody. It seems like a lot of people get knocked off the. You keep getting knocked off, Angelica.
I'm not home, that's why.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that can happen too. All right. So let me get rid of this screen. All right. Now back to trying to get this thing up. All right. So let's go to language then. You guys had from me day before yesterday. Maybe there's 3 pages to do. Remember the promise I made. You may remember that promise I made?
Huh?
You may remember it? What was it, Nathan? You got to turn your microphone on if you're going to tell me, though.
That there, I don't remember the promise.
Okay. Who else remembers what the promise was I made? Anybody remember the promise I made? Elijah, did they stick you in a closet? Probably a good place for you. Keep you out of trouble. All right, so the promise I made was that if there was anybody who didn't do the work, we were going to count it. No, that wasn't you guys. That was 6th grade. And all right. So let me see what you did. You should have done the rest of 256 and 257. And also 255. You should have done too. So 255. Okay, Nathan, I got you. You're good. All right. All right, I got you. Okay, David, got you. Alina, got you. I know you don't have your book, so that's fine. You don't have your book with you?
No, but I did the assignment.
I believe you. Just send me a picture later. Let's see. I saw Lena. Tejas, I don't know if I saw yours yet. Go ahead, Yuri. You're good. Okay, got you. And next page. And then Ella, what about you and Angelica too? All right. What about you don't have it, Angelica?
I'm not home.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're out. Hey, Yuri, can you put that away, please? You look like you're threatening people. I know you're not, but you look like you are. All right. Elijah, did you already show me yours? You don't have it?
No, I did some parts, but I didn't finish it all.
The answer to my question would be no, you don't have it completely done. Ella, what about you? Oh, Ella. Ella. I wonder if she accidentally got knocked off. All right. Hey, thank you, Schlock. So Giselle and Angelica and Elijah, you can send me yours later. What I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to go to the next lesson first. Then I'll have you guys that didn't do it go ahead and whenever you get it later on, because then I'll cover the answers, okay? And then you guys can just send me a picture of it yourself that you did it and then check your answers online. So let's look at page number 258 then. The 258, this is your, basically what they're having you do here is they're having you organize each of these lines on thing C in alphabetical order. Ella, I don't see you. I don't hear you. I don't know if you're there. I'm assuming you're not, but I'll go ahead and leave it on in case you are, and for some reason you're deciding to ignore me or something got interrupted.
Mr. Jones.
Oh, you are there.
My mom needed the phone.
That's fine. So you're gone then? You need to go?
No, she already did it because she needed the meeting password for Matthew.
Okay, gotcha. Hey, can you show me your work? Did you do your work for pages 256 through 255, 256,
No.
257? What'd you say?
No.
Okay, so what you'll need to do, we're going to cover the next lesson, 258, and then you and Angelica and Elijah, I think we're the three, and Giselle, when she gets home, will need to show me the work that you did. But we'll do this lesson first, the new one, that way, and then I'll take you guys off and give the answers. All right, so here we go. So on 258, on Think C, it says on a sheet of paper, write the following list of words in alphabetical order. I'll tell you what, you don't need to write them on a separate sheet of paper. Just put them in order. You put a number next to them as to which would be first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next to the word, so we know what order they're supposed to be in. So on that first list, where you have tell, time, trick, talk, and tough. All right, all of them are T words. So what would be the first T word in that list in alphabetical order? Who can tell me? And tell me why. Okay, Elizabeth, you can turn your microphone on and go ahead and tell me why.
Talk.
Okay, why talk then?
A is the first letter of the alphabetical order.
Correct. Okay, so they all have the same first letter, and the second letter, that's the only one that starts with an A, and of course, A is the earlier word in there. Okay, what would be the second one then, Nathan? Talk is the first one, so put a 1 next to the talk, everybody. Okay. So what would be this? You got to turn your microphone on, Nathan.
Tell.
Tell would be the second one because E is the next letter in order there. Okay. So what would be the third one then, Elijah? Microphone.
Time.
Correct. Time would be the next one because it's A. Of course, if you go through it, A, B, C, D, E is the second one. H, I, J, K, L, M. I'm H, I, and so I would be the next one. All right, and then what would be the fourth and fifth one, since we only have 2 left? Obviously, if you know the fourth one, you know the fifth one. What do you think, Tejas? Go ahead.
Tough for the fourth one,
Okay.
And then the fifth one is trick.
Correct. Okay, so you got it in alphabetic order. So you guys, all those were the second letters were the same. And so that makes it easier. And in fact, all of these, it's going to be the same type of thing. You're going to do you're just looking, all the first letters are the same. So you're just looking at the second letter to see which one comes in what order. All right. One thing D, this one, they're telling you, you're going to have to look at the third letter of the following words and number the words in alphabetic order on that one. Then on Think E, you can do the same exact thing for Think E that you did for Think C, where you just put a number by it, okay? You don't need to rewrite them. Now, if you want to, you can, but you don't have to. Think F, exact same thing, okay? And then on Remember G, this is a review of some other things that we've done. You're going to add quotation marks, commas, and end marks to these sentences. Remember, a quotation goes around the part that is said, okay? Not on the other parts. And remember, it has to be separated by some kind of a punctuation depending on what is in the quote. Most of the time, what do you separate a quotation from the rest of the sentence with? Who can remind me? Not with a ping pong ball, no. Or were you trying to imitate a period with that? Most of the time, what are you going to separate it with? So if I said, he's over there, said John. He's over there in the quotation mark. What would you usually separate with? You know, Ella?
No.
Okay, Nathan, what do you, go ahead. Wow, it wasn't that long ago, guys.
Comma?
A what?
A comma?
Yes, a comma is what you're most of the time you're going to use. The only time you'll use something different is if it's an exclamation or a question, then you would use those two things. So that is the only page that you have assigned. It's 258. Now, for those of you that do not have, everybody else stay on. But those of you that didn't have 256, 7, and 55, 56, 57, I'm going to go over the answers here in just a second. But the rest of you, so Ella, Angelica, we'll say goodbye to you. Have a nice weekend. Elijah, you didn't get yours done yet, and have a nice weekend. And Giselle, since you don't have your book, you can just go ahead and send me a picture and check your answers later. Yes, Elijah, what do you need? Oh, you're just waving goodbye. Okay. Yes, Nathan.
So we can leave now?
No, you guys stay, because I'm going to check the answers so you can go. I'm just going to check them real quick on the previous 3 pages.
Oh.
Okay, so just the ones that were didn't have it quite done yet. They're the ones that need to leave. So who just left? Where'd he go?
Nathan.
I don't know why people are leaving. They did not understand.
Mr. Jones, I can barely hear you.
You can what? I'm gonna check.
I can barely hear you.
Maybe the device he was using died.
Hold on, I'm texting Angelica. All right. All right, so Nathan, he's trying to get back in. Okay. Well, hello again. What happened?
I actually pushed the leave button because I was about to leave, but then.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I was
getting ready to text you. All right, so back to page 255, guys, and we'll go ahead and check the work that you have there. All right, so you were supposed to do, the first thing was number 3. The words that are illustrated were satellite, satellite dish, and Saturn. Those were your 3. Then on number 4, B is an adjective, C is a verb, and D is an adjective also. Number 5, B, the second definition was to fill thoroughly. Letter C, saturnine, was sarcastic or bitter. And then D, stewed fruit. 6, C was 27. D, tiny particles of ice. E, sauciness, and F, on the Arabian Peninsula in Southwest Asia. Letter G was 21,600,000, 21,600,000. H was Oklahoma. And then I'm sure you all pronounced all those words, right? Go ahead, David.
Okay. So, for letter, I wrote 1 of 27.
On which one? I didn't hear you still.
I wrote 1 of 27 on letter C.
For number 6? Well,
Yes.
go back to Toro. I guess it's satellite, isn't it? It says it right there in the picture. See the picture? 1 of 27 satellite dishes at the National Radio Astronomy Center near Socorro, New Mexico. So that's where they got the information from. Where did you get 127? You just accidentally wrote it down, or?
No, 1 of 27.
No, it's just all it asked you though was how many are in there, are in Socorro. That's 1 of 27. So that's fine. You kind of did the idea, but they're just asking you how many there were altogether, not what that one was. So, all right, Alina, question.
Can you repeat number 4, A, B, C, D, and for number 5, A?
Yeah, well, we did A together before, but I'll give them to you again. For number 4A was noun, B was adjective, C was verb, and D was adjective.
Okay.
And then number 5B was to fill thoroughly. Oh, you needed A also, right? Or no?
Yes.
A was to satisfy to excess. B was to fill thoroughly. C, sarcastic or bitter. And then D was stewed fruit.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Any others? Okay, all right, now to page 256. So the ones you should have a check mark on, I think we did that whole first column, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so did you guys have firm checked, F-I-R-M?
Yes.
Okay, so then in the second column, first class, firmament, and fireproof should all be checked. And in the last column, all of them except fist should be checked. Okay. Then on the bottom there, it goes in this order: no, yes, yes, no, yes, no. No, yes, yes, no, yes, no. Okay. Then on 257, well, it shouldn't have been too difficult, I don't think. But on number 1, it should have been F through P, 2 A through E, 3 F through P, 4 A through E, 5 Q through Z, 6 A through E, 7 F through P, 8 Q through Z, 9 F through P, and 10 Q through Z. Yes, Yuri?
Would you repeat and think A the second column?
Yeah, it's A through E.
No, think A on page 256.
Oh, 256. The first column, fish, firing, and firm, but we did those together on Wednesday. Okay. Any
No,
other?
I mean the second column.
You said first.
I said second.
No, you said first. Okay, anyway, the second column is first class, firmament, and fireproof. Those 3. Okay, any other questions? All right, so back to 257 then at the bottom. Now, this one, if you got one wrong, you might get the rest of them wrong, who knows? But here's what it should be. I'll go in order of the words that are there. Watermelon is 14, grape is 6, raisin is 12, apricot is 1, date is 4, cherry is 3, orange is 10, banana is 2, nectarine is 9, fig is 5, kiwi 7, pear 11, tangerine 13, and lime 8. Okay. How many got all those correct? Okay, 3 of you
On that page?
on that last one we just did on NP.
Yeah, on the last one.
How about you, Schlock? You too busy doing something else, whatever it is you're doing. Did you get them all right, Schlock, on that last one?
No.
How many did you miss? Where did you start messing up?
I did it differently. I did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each column.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
what-
Okay. All right. Yeah, they wanted you to go ahead and number them all together. So then on the first column, you would have had apricot as 1, date as 2, grape as 3, raisin as 4, and watermelon 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the second column, you would have had banana 1, cherry 2, fig 3, nectarine 4, and orange 5.
Yes.
And then on the last column, kiwi 1, lime 2, pear 3, and tangerine 4.
Mm-hmm.
But it did once you just order them all, so in the order that you would. It would have had columns listed. If that was the case. All right, so on you know what page to do, 258, and that's it, unless anybody has a question about anything. Guys, have a nice weekend. I don't know if anybody's planning on traveling or not. Probably not, but not many places to go, are there? Have a barbecue, hamburger, or hot dog, or steak, or something like that, and enjoy your time. I'll see you guys next week on Tuesday. No school Monday. Yes, you have a question? Or are you just waving?
Sure.
Okay. I'll let you guys stay and talk for a little bit if you want. I'll just leave the meeting and you guys can, I'll make David my, or who wants to be the
Me. I've never been it that
I
much.
raised my hand first.
I haven't been it that much.